See, the way he sees it, when the balance of global powers begins to shift, countries don't jump straight into war. Instead, they begin to escalate in several areas that most people don't even realize. And the first line of defense is often trade and economic wars. This is when countries try to weaken each other through tariffs, export restrictions, and supply chain pressure. So instead of direct face-to-face conflict, they make it more expensive to do business, restrict key goods, and attempt to damage the other country's economy from the outside in. That also leads us to second, technology wars. The truth is, whoever controls AI, semiconductors, and energy technology has a huge advantage, which is why the US is now blocking China's access to advanced chips while China pushes ahead with their own programs. Like even today, those export bans expanded even further, making it a full-on zero-sum game for innovation dominance. That's also leading to 4, we have capital wars. This one is basically just financial warfare. Countries use sanctions, freeze assets, and cut off banking to hopefully restrict the other side's ability to do business. This was seen in 2022 when Russia had their reserves frozen. And Dalios specifically flagged this, noting that governments have historically used asset freezes and embargoes well before any fighting actually takes place. And fourth, on top of that, we could also see geopolitical wars. These are battles over influence, alliances, and important locations around the world. So instead of direct combat, countries compete through partnerships, defense agreements, and diplomacy to gain control over certain regions or major trade routes. Kind of like what was happening throughout Greenland recently. And finally, number 5, we have the last resort, and that would be military wars. Historically, by the time tensions reach this stage, the economic, political, and technological conflicts have been going on for quite some time. And at this point, both countries face an impossible choice. Fight and risk enormous cost, or back down and appear weak. Now, I will say, Dalios' point isn't that all of this necessarily leads to war, but it is to say that when the global powers begin to shift, competition between countries begins to increase. And if you zoom out, you could see that this has been going on for quite some time before most people even recognize what's going on. So in terms of what to expect, what he says will inevitably come next, and the blueprint that you would be able to use to come out ahead. Here's what you came for, because if history is any guide, by the time it feels obvious, it's already too late.